everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Faye and this is Fairy Floss, a Flosstube channel all about cross stitch and embroidery and any other craft that I'm choosing to do at this moment in time. So first things first, I've got a new little setup here. I know a lot of people were a bit annoyed with my sound on my laptop and I hadn't got it changed yet, so I am doing this video on my phone, which I've never done before, so do excuse me if anything goes a bit wrong, if anything isn't working. So it's just going to be a bit of a trial run today, and then I can play around with video editing suites and things. I haven't got one yet on my phone, but yeah, I'm going to play around, try and get a good editing suite as well. So that's that. Secondly, thank you. I have got to 500 subscribers on my channel, and it was the same month that I have now been doing the channel for 2 years as well. So I am super chuffed with that. So thank you so much for all of you people that have stuck with me since the start, for you people that have come along recently. I am so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that people want to come and listen to me chat and stitch and do what I do. So I am ever so grateful. There will be a giveaway at some point, but right now I just don't have anything in my stash to give away. So there will be a lovely video at some point with a giveaway celebration as well. But today I am just popping on today really just to say hello. It has been far too long since my last video. I was meant to do one a while back, and so many different things. I keep getting eye infections, then I've been under the weather, then I've been super busy, then I've been on holiday. So many things have happened that I have just not had the chance to get a video out. So today what I want to do is just come on and give you a little quick update. There's a lot more stuff I could show you, but well, long story short, we're in the process of having a really good house tidy, and I just basically picked up all my whips, and at the back of the back room under lots of piles of things, ready to be sorted properly. So I just can't access a lot of the things that I want to access. So I know it's quite good for me actually. It feels really healthy to actually only have a few things out at the same time, and I've just got a few little things to show you, and I have got a nice little bit of haul as well. So yeah, this is going to be a quick one, not going to be one of my long ones, but I'm just happy that you're here. It's nice that people, I hope, are going to watch this one anyway. So firstly, May was Mania. Some people did all the starts. I decided to use May. I could have used anyone to be fair, but I decided to use May to get on with a project that I hadn't been getting on with. And this project is one that I started in 2020, I think, and it was my first Nora, and it is Dewdrops, and I love the Noras. Don't ask me why. I just think I didn't get into this because of my fabric choice. It was a bit too light and it was just really hard to stitch on, particularly in bad lighting. So I just didn't get on very well with her. So to give you an idea, at the beginning of May, I think I had only stitched about this much of her dress. I think that is all that I had done. And so the end of May, I did a little bit yesterday, which was June, but I'm not exactly going to stop. Let me just whip the chart off and shove my needle somewhere else, and ta-da! This is where I am now with her, and I fell in love with her, considering I didn't want to stitch her, considering I didn't it's not that I didn't like her, but it was just I wasn't getting into her. Oh, I'm so into her now. I love her. She's come on so well, and just watching this gorgeous leaf grow and watching her dress progress, and now her little wings. Let's do a little close up. And I have now only got the end of the leaf to do, her face, and then the beading. I do have to order one of the treasures. I haven't got both the treasures yet, but that's okay. I will get that ordered. And yeah, I reckon I've got about a week or two left on her and she'll be done. Which is just amazing to think that I literally only had about that much of her at the start of May. And now she's pretty much a finished girl. And I am so happy for that. So she was my May. I mean, my plan was to do 30 minutes a day and then get on with something else. However, I ended up just doing hours and hours on her some nights because I just got really, really into her. So yeah, for those of you that have been following my progress on her on Instagram, thank you for that. It's been really encouraging having like little comments and people pep talking me to keep going. It's lovely. So yeah, there's dewdrops. So she was basically my monogamous May. I touched upon a couple of other things, but like I said, they're in the back of the back room, and they will not be coming out for this video. There will be a really nice snazzy video in a couple of weeks with all my other things. So that brings me to my next stitch, and as it's Mill Hill Monday, this will be coming out a bit later on tonight. So last week was my half term with school, and I was so lucky to go away to Lake Bled for the week, which is in Slovenia. It's it's beautiful. I recommend it to everybody. And we've had the most amazing time. And while we were there, I just thought, well, I need to take some stitching. I have to take something with me. And so I took 4 projects. I took a couple of card kits, took this little mini Mill Hill, which I'm about to show you, and then I took a big one, which I will show you in a minute as well. And this is my little travel stitchy purse, which is just perfect. It's just a little makeup bag that I got from a pound shop or something, and it just fits really snugly into my handbag, or bag should I say. So what I keep in here is the kit with the stitches. My little art froggy's in here. I'm not sure why he's in there, but he lives there. And a teeny tiny pair of scissors. Now, of course, on the plane I left these out, but yeah, this all fits in my handbag, so now wherever I am I can have a little stitch where I go. So my Mill Hill kit is right, hang on, this is ridiculous. I've got a really unorganised organising system here with my threads, so I don't want to mess them up. So this is the can't get used to this camera, Spring Bouquet watermelons, which is absolutely gorgeous. I bought that at the retreat a couple of months ago, and it seemed like the perfect one to take away for a nice summery lovely holiday. And this is what I got done while I was away on this. So everything now but the blues and the light reds, which I will get stitched up. And I can tell you now, I stitched this in a minibus, I stitched it on a bus, I stitched it on the balcony, I stitched it at Bled Castle, and I stitched it at Ljubljana Castle. So this has been around quite a few different places. And the thing that makes what I love about this as well is it's watermelon. And bit of random story, but when I was there, we had like a not all inclusive, half board. So you have a breakfast buffet and then you had a evening meal buffet as well. And at the evening meal buffet, I was queuing up to get some fruit and I wanted some watermelon. And this guy in front of me, no word of a lie, he got to the watermelon before me and he put 10 slices on his plate. And I watched him put each of these slices on one at a time, thinking, is he going to stop? Is there going to be any for me? And he took them all. And then he was sitting on the table opposite. And I just watched him, like, absolutely annihilate 10 pieces of watermelon. And so it just makes me giggle a bit now that I've been stitching watermelon, because technically this might have been the only watermelon that I got on my holidays if he'd have not saved us any. So there we go. That's my little, what's the word? My little ditty about my trip to Lake Bled, which was just amazing. If you follow my main account, which is Gaffy Mac, then I have got some videos and things on there of my trip if you do want to see part of my trip to Lake Bled. I do also keep another little kit in here as well, which is a lovely little robbing card. So if I ever finish the watermelons, then I've still got a nice little kit in there as well to do. So that was my stitching on the go. And then the other project that I took with me to Lake Bled, because I didn't want to take a mirror because Q snaps and things, it's just too bulky. Don't want to lose things in luggage, that kind of thing. And so I had a look at all my whips and I was thinking, what can I take? What shall I do? And then, don't ask me why, but something that I haven't done for quite some time. I don't think I've actually worked on this one either since 2020, so it made a comeback. It is, of course, Pandemic, the long dog sampler of Pandemic. And so, before the trip, I had done, I can show you on this because it's not a chart, I've basically done, it's really far away, excuse my chipped nail varnish, this teeny tiny area here. And whilst I was away on my jollies, I managed to get quite a bit done actually. I finished off the bird, the hoopoo. I did this whole motif, which was hell on earth. It's absolutely massive. And I did this little, I call it a bottle of hand sanitizer, I've got no idea what it is. And then I started on this motif here. So all in all, I actually got quite a lot done. So originally, when I bought Pandemic to do during the pandemic in 2020, my original plan was to use up just all the scraps of threads I had left over from kits and things. However, that I was doing, but actually that is a whopping great big motif, and it was stressing me out thinking, shall I do it in lots of different colours? And in the end, I remembered that the lovely Natalie of Love It, Live It, Make It Yours had gifted me last year this massive bag of really nice threads, and they're not DMC, they're all Red Heart, Designs from the Needle, just lots of other brands that aren't as recognised. And I just thought, oh, that is the best bag to grab and go with me. So yeah, I've took this with me, and I've started to use these threads now for the bigger motifs, because it's just working really, really nicely, and it's given me a bit more choice, because sometimes when I've got leftovers from kits, I've literally got like that much, so you're really quite limited to what you can do with your little bits, but I can still use those around the borders and stuff. And so yeah, I'm super happy with the progress I've made on this. So I'm going to aim for a page finish. I think that is definitely doable in the next, I don't know, next couple of weeks. I don't know. I never commit to things. I should never commit to things. Which brings me to a nice bit of holiday haul. So, of course, you know, I'm a bit of a book monster. So I did go to every single bookshop in Ljubljana. In Bled, there wasn't really a shopping centre per se. It was mostly cafes, restaurants, and just little tiny sort of resorty shops. However, Ljubljana, oh my word, it is like the city of books. There's some beautiful, beautiful bookshops. I haven't got the books here to show. I only bought one book anyway. But by the by, I just like looking. And I also Googled haberdasheries, cross-stitch shops, that kind of thing. And there was one. It was It's really easy to find. So if you do find yourself in Ljubljana, it is when you're in like the main square by the three fountains. It's just down a side road, but you can't miss it. It's got a big red front on it, and it's called Gumby. And I'll be honest, it's not the friendliest of shops. I was followed round as I was purchasing my, 50 cent not DMCs, my 50 cent threads. There wasn't much trust in there. And if you do read the Google reviews before you go, it does say it's one of the most unfriendly places to go to. And they were not wrong. So yeah, after I've been watched a few times, choosing out my colours and whatnot, I decided to treat myself. So they were selling skeins of threads for 50 cents each, which I think converts to about 30 to 35p in Great British pounds. I'm not sure. I could be making that up. And they're all numbered. And I've not actually checked them against DMCs yet to see if it's the same. It's probably not, but I decided to go for a really nice sort of pastel-y, just all the colours that really shouted at me. And I think I bought 10. I'm sure. Or did I buy 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bought 12, so I'll just give you a little happy rainbow colour. So that lilac, fuchsia, like a nice bluey colour, a tealy green, a lighter tealy green. I like a bit of tealy green. Another lilac, which is different than the other one. A sky blue, lots of springy timey colours. It's sort of a dirty pink, this one, but I like it. Little sunshiny yellow, bright sunshiny yellow, minty green, and actually that's a bit like, ooh, I was going to say that reminds me of 934, and it's actually 935, so maybe they do link with the DMCs. I need to find this one out. And the final one is a nice blue colour. So yeah, that cost me the whole of €6, which was an absolute bargain. And I'd like to show you as well that these are now going to get incorporated into my pandemic. So that hand sanitizer was from one of my Ljubljana threads, and this little motif that I'm starting here is one of my Ljubljana threads as well. So I'm really happy that I'm putting my travels into my big stitch. That might end up being a bit of a travel stitch actually, because I'm doing it by hand as well. It's really, really nice to just sit and do and rest on you. So there we go. That's pretty much all the stitching I've been doing. I did do a bit more, but it's in the back room. So that's the fun stuff. And then let's get some haul out. Not got lots of haul. I am really, really cutting back with haul at the moment. I've got so many things that I can already do. I really just don't need to be buying any more stuff. But there's a few things I fancied, so I will show you. I picked up the third Fall on the Farm pattern, which is, what's it called? No Crows Allowed. Because my plan is to work on these in September, October, in the autumn time, and do a nice little seasonal stitch. I'm getting all the threads together for them as well, and I need to get a nice material to stitch them on. I'm undecided yet whether to do them as singles or just do them as one big one and maybe turn it into a little cushion or something. Undecided. I'll think about it. And the other one was, this is glorious. I spotted it on 123 Stitch because my friend was getting some stuff delivered and asked me if I wanted anything, and I just couldn't. Oh, let me pull it out. Honestly, it's too shiny. It's adorable. It's Puntini Puntini, and it's books and cats. So it says, a house is not a home without books and cats, and it's just adorable. It's just, and it's too true for me as well. I mean, a librarian with a cat. What what more could I ask for in a pattern? So I'm looking forward to starting that one. I think I can stitch from stash. I think I've got everything I need for that one. So that might be one of my nice summer starts. And then, this is what I'm pretty chuffed with actually. I fell down a bit of a rabbit hole the other week, and what was I doing? I can't remember why. I just fell down a rabbit hole, and I was just watching. I was just scrolling and trying to see every single memorabilia I could possibly see, because I think I went onto the Arts and Designs website and realised there's so many that I didn't know about. And then I was trying to find like all the discontinued ones, and then there was one that I saw and I just thought, oh, that's pretty. And then somebody was selling it on Facebook for a really decent price, and I've ended up with My Lady's Garden, the memorabilia. And I've not actually seen this stitched up in person yet. I'd love to, but just those flowers, it's huge. Like, I got the pattern out, and it's like bigger than me. It's enormous, but it looks amazing to stitch. It does. So I'm going to gradually kit that up, which will take quite some time. It takes it is mostly DMCs. It's got 2 Krynics in it, and it's got 3 water lilies as well. So yeah, I'll get bits of that as and when I can. And oh, it's gorgeous. I love it. So yeah, those are my little bits and pieces that I've been doing and getting. And oh, this quick update is still 21 minutes. I mean, so much for me being quick. What else can I tell you before I go? I have started getting into watching more Flosstube again now, and there's a few newish people on the scene. The first one is Gina Miller. I will put their names below when I figured out to do that on my phone. And oh, well, Gina I know from the Mirabilia retreats as well, and she does the most amazing stitches, and I've seen some of her finishes, and she works on a really nice range of things as well. So she's just amazing to watch. So go and give Gina a watch. She's great. Also, Jen from Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole has made a lovely return to Flosstube, and she's got a couple of new videos out, and she's been working on lots of really, really lovely things. I love Jen's channel. I love her allotment channel as well. She's just such a lovely person to watch, and she makes all these lovely little Welsh ones as well, these little Welsh stitches. And yeah, go and give Jen a watch. And the other one is a really cool stitcher from America called, oh god, Kitschy Whips. And like I say, I'm going to put these names down at the bottom. And she's just done her 3rd video, and it was a full-on Mirabilia movie where she showed us all her Mirabilia kits and all her finished ones, all her whips, all the ones that she's got waiting in line, and it was just so exciting. Oh, I could actually sit down and watch it again tonight. Very tempted I am. Or I might save it for my lunch hour tomorrow and just sit and watch it again. Yeah, I'm getting so into Mirabilias and Nora's at the moment. I'm just like, oh, too excited. So yeah, that's a few people to recommend and watch. My short video is now 23 minutes long. I've got to figure out now how to get this onto YouTube. And then if you've got any good recommendations for Android video editing apps and things, then please do let me know in the comments below, because I have been doing everything on my laptop so far. So but because I quite like this phone, it's got a good memory and storage and whatnot, I thought I might as well try and do one on here. So yeah, please in the comments below, just let me know anything. And once again, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. That means I'm halfway to 1,000 now. That means that people want to watch me, people are sticking around, and it just makes me really, really happy, because I know I've been a bit lackadaisical recently, but you know, it takes a lot to do these videos and have everything organised and ready and waiting, and like, you know, it's hard work, and like, I don't have professional equipment. Like, I just use either my phone or my laptop, and we all know that's a bit dodgy. And yeah, I just love doing it. I love sharing with you. I love chatting with you and getting your comments down below and chatting to you over Instagram and things. So thank you so, so much for watching. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's not too late. You can get me to 1,000 if you want. Please, please do. And keep smiling, keep stitching, and I will see you again very, very soon on my next video. Bye!